This is Go-MMT Radio.
Go-MMT Radio. Headset Go.
Powered by Make My Trip, Go-IBBO and Redbus. Millennial Masti on Go-MMT Radio.
हेलो एंड वेलकम टू अ ब्रांड न्यू एपिसोड ऑफ Go-MMT रेडियो. मेरा नाम है सोनू और आज हमारे शो पे मिलेनियल मस्ती में वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट 10 things that millennials wish the older generations understood about today. Of course, हर एक फैमिली में जनरेशन गैप होता है. A lot of predefined notions in older generation is due to years of conditioning and काफी कम बार ऐसा होता है कि people change with environment resulting in generation gaps between parents and their children. तो recently हमने ये डिस्कवर किया in our Diwali get together जहाँ पे we felt that these were the things that millennials wished their parents, uncles, aunts and other boomer relatives understood. तो आज हम इसी के बारे में बात करेंगे मिलेनियल मस्ती में. कहीं मत जाइए, सुनते रहिए Go-MMT रेडियो. मेरा नाम है सोनू. वेलकम टू द शो. UK Karan is going to join us in a little while and let's see what he has got in store for us.
नजरें मिलते ही नजरों से नजरों को चुराए, कैसी है तेरी जो तू पलकों को झुकाए. रब जो पोशीदा है उसको निहारे तू, और जो गर्विदा है उसको टाले तू. तेरी झलक शर्फी श्रीवल्ली नैना मदक बर्फी, तेरी झलक शर्फी श्रीवल्ली बातें कर दो हरफी.
Meet our new joiners who showed us the musical side on radio session.
Hi, my name is Amanmeet Singh. I'm a business manager at My Partner and you are listening to Go-MMT Radio, Headset Go.
Hi, this is Sejal Jain. I'm here in the product team and you're listening to Go-MMT Radio, Headset Go.
Headset Go.
पीपीटी ऐसे बनाओ कि 4 लोग बोले माशाअल्लाह.
Go-MMT Radio. Headset Go.
Millennial Masti on Go-MMT Radio.
वेलकम बैक. सुन रहे हैं आप Go-MMT रेडियो. मेरा नाम है सोनू और आज वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट 10 things that millennials wish their older generation understood about today. सबसे पहले the fact that they objectify women or make fun of minorities won't fly anymore. They have to get over it. दूसरी बात यह है कि I feel damn resentful when older folks tell me that I should stay home with my kids. I'd love if we could afford it, but that's not the case. So, ये जो thinking है कि working is a choice and to go back to work post pregnancy is a choice, when for a lot of them it is not exactly a choice. I think that is very important to know. I think the older generation also need to understand that texting is much more convenient, sometimes even better than making that phone call. क्योंकि बहुत सारी चीजें एक सेंटेंस में कही जा सकती हैं, which we take like couple of hours to explain. So probably the older generation should start texting a little more. It would be convenient. I understand sometimes they don't have the patience, but trust me, texting saves time for everyone. The next point is that just because someone is family does not mean you have to love them. I know it's a very controversial thing to talk about, लेकिन कभी कभी क्या होता है हमारे फैमिली में ही we have some toxic people and it is in your best interest to cut them off regardless of their relationship with you. Kids use computers and phones more than for just playing games and scrolling through social media. I think the older generation also needs to understand that this is the way of life now. Using computers, using phones is the way of life and there's no way you can get away from it. The only way to limit it is of course by having a screen time control. The other thing that I wish the older generation understood is that when we are not doing well mentally, it doesn't mean that you have to give lecture on what's wrong with me and how I can improve. Sometimes all we need is to be heard. Now, the next thing is that just because we are more aware of our mental health and we allow ourselves to feel what we feel and how we want to feel, it doesn't make us weak. If anything, it just makes us better at coping with everything. I think that's very important. And just because I know where or how to find the answer to something doesn't mean I think I'm smarter than you. It is just that we are trying to save time for both of us. So saving time is always a good thing, right? Of course, there are a lot of things, like, for example, not everything can be solved with aggression. Being patient, thinking on the right time, right thing to say rather than saying what comes to your mind solves half of the problems. Also, just that, because I want to be called something doesn't mean I am a baby. People are allowed to have boundaries and things they don't feel comfortable with. And I think the older generation should be okay with that. Now, the next thing is that electronics do not rot your brain and vaccines are effective. Also, I think when we are driving with the older generation, I think they should stop telling us directions, man. We have the GPS, Google hai. And I think the older generation should also learn to trust Google, because yes, there is a fair chance that it can be wrong, but there is a fair chance that it can be right as well. And, when we don't do well at work and we come and say that this is the thing, the response to that is not just get a better job. It's not that easy. And your job is not your life. You shouldn't sacrifice time with friends and family, let alone your mental well-being for a paycheck. I think the older generation needs to understand that. And also, you don't need to go to university or college to be successful. If you go, there is a massive debt. But if you want to study, of course, that is completely up to you. And the next thing is that climate change is for real. So please reduce, reuse, recycle and save our planet. Also, I think they need to understand that their help isn't help unless we ask for it, and that they need to stop all of that with unsolicited advice. The next thing I think the older generation needs to understand is that being LGBTQIA+ doesn't change who we are. It shouldn't affect how they treat us. Also, your gender, your romantic orientation are valid and are not made up labels to make you feel special. Another thing, I think this is across all generations, things change. We need to accept it. And also, the earth isn't full of infinite resources, so we have to be very careful about how we use what we use. And also, sleeping till 11 a.m. makes you lazy regardless of whether or not you had to work till 12:30 a.m. Is not a thing. If you sleep late, you are allowed to wake up a little late. The point is to have enough amount of sleep. But of course, having said all of this, we do love our older generation, but it's just that the generation gap is a thing that can be solved if both of us make an effort. I think we as millennials also need to make an effort कि हम उनको समझे और वो भी थोड़ा हमें समझने की कोशिश करें. तो मतलब बस यार, बल्ले बल्ले. With that, it's a wrap on today's episode of GO-MMT Radio. Until we meet next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep smiling. This is me, Sonu, signing off. In a little while from now, we are going to have Suraj Bora, and let's see what he has got for us.
हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आज आप सबके लिए मोहम्मद रफ़ी साहब का बहुत प्यारा सा सॉन्ग लेकर आया हूँ. आशा करता हूँ सबको पसंद आएगा. आज पुरानी राहों से कोई मुझे आवाज न दे. दर्द में डूबे गीत न दे. गम का सिसकता साज न दे. दर्द में डूबे गीत न दे, गम का सिसकता साथ न दे। ओ हो बीते दिनों की याद थी जिनमें मैं वो तराने भूल चुका। आज नई मंजिल है मेरी, कल के ठिकाने भूल चुका। न वो दिल न सनम, न वो दीन धर्म, अब दूर हूँ सारे गुनाहों से। आज पुरानी राहों से कोई मुझे आवाज न दे। चुके सब प्यार के बंधन, आज कोई जंजीर नहीं। शीशा दिल में अरमानों की आज कोई तस्वीर नहीं। अब शाद हूँ मैं, आजाद हूँ मैं, कुछ काम नहीं है आहों से। आज पुरानी राहों से कोई मुझे आवाज न दे। दर्द में डूबे गीत न दे, गम का सिसकता साथ न दे। ओ हो जीवन बदला, दुनिया बदली, मन को अनोखा ज्ञान मिला। आज मुझे अपने ही दिल में एक नया इंसान मिला। पूछा हुआ नहीं दूर जहां, भगवान भी मेरी निगाहों से। आज पुरानी राहों से कोई मुझे आवाज न दे। आज पुरानी राहों से कोई मुझे आवाज न दे। दर्द में डूबे गीत न दे, गम का सिसकता साथ न दे। दर्द में डूबे गीत न दे, गम का सिसकता साथ न दे। हो
Trippers, you're listening to GO-MMT Radio, and this is Shraddha. Ayo, Shraddha. Head, set, go.
To listen to your favorite GO-MMT radio from anywhere, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Visit the GO-MMT radio page for daily updates and enjoy listening to your favorite radio channel.